again, Vale, I have to prove that while you guys were watching, I had some damn good games. It's only when people aren't watching me that I suck, apparently.
I normally pop in. You normally pop off when I do.
Test.
There goes that. I need to put this over here. Not being at work today has screwed up my my scheduling.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. There we go. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Last week was an eventful week. So eventful that I can't remember what we did, other than I know what we're doing. Give me a minute.
Forest.
Forest.
The forest happened.
Oh right, you guys wanted to go take care of the pop up forest, as some are calling it, and Jin accidentally took you too far, and then you met a nice tree man, and the tree man let you use his body in some interesting ways, and you ended up in another forest, and then after much experimentation, you found out you can't really it's not that you couldn't use magic on the forest. It didn't do what you expected, and then it retaliated quite a bit. But it didn't always retaliate against the person who chose to perform said act. Instead, it always chose to hit the strongest person in that category. So, after some experimentation, Vort decided it was a good time to call upon his deity to intervene with a divine intervention, and the forest was removed. Did I actually give you guys the experience for that?
I don't think you.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Yeah, because I'm 763900.
It was like millions of experience, right? Or was it?
It was like 100K because the divine intervention.
It was 108K because divine intervention.
Oh right, I gave you I only gave you 1% or something like that, which was
1%.
I mean,
The god did most of the work.
the god did 99.9% of the work.
That's fair, but that's a lot of XP.
Oh yeah, no, it was like 15 million or something like that by the time I was done calculating it or whatever. Because I think I ruled that every tree counted as a CR 13 elf. And wiping out that many at once is a lot of experience. I think a CR 13 is worth like 10k. So yeah, it was like 2,000 something else or 6,000 something else, something like that. I rolled it last week. I don't remember. The number wasn't super important as to the journey, so to speak. So, but yeah, and then you guys came back because you had a second quest that you guys were getting ready to take on, which was an escort mission for a. I'm just gonna say official because I can't remember the word I used at the moment. An official envoy. That's the word. An envoy from the Feywild, from the Unseelie Court, specifically. He requested an audience with Emperor Finbrix. So a new day starts. You guys were in the process of waiting. I guess. Were you all just at the Adventurers Guild, or was there something you guys wanted to do before this happened?
I think we had one more day before they showed up. I think we wanted to check out the quests to see if we had time for one before they show up, right?
Don't we
I
have
could be
to
wrong.
go get them?
Yeah, well, no, we were gonna go. We were just gonna do some light shopping before heading over.
Oh,
there.
okay, okay.
Right, because Jen got sent on a mission to go get you 2 weapons, and he came back with 1 that was like 2 weapons.
Hey, Jin, how do I contact the goblin?
1 minute. He pulls out his guild card and starts typing. Oh, that's right. Did I exchange those 2 vouchers you gave me last time?
Yeah, you.
Okay, I forgot. I forgot to put that on my sheet. 1 minute. Because I do have to. I do have to.
I need to contact him to remove the prerequisite evil alignment. I don't think I'm an evil person.
Starts typing again.
Hey, Keto, did you add the quick insert back?
Yeah.
I was trying to just see if I could even like get it to work with the control weather or anything like that, and it won't add it to the sheet.
For your spellbook?
Yeah. Unless I'm adding it somewhere else, and there's 65 of them, which would be hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. It's there. It don't work, apparently.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you hit the triple dot up top and import, or over on items, if you search there, and if it's in there.
Okay. Let me see if that works.
This is that one that you enabled last time.
Oh,
It worked for me.
If I search from inventory, it works.
Oh,
If I
it
search
worked
from
for
the spellbook, yeah.
it worked for spells too. Just don't hit the plus sign. Just drag it over instead.
Oh, okay, okay.
That worked for me.
Cool. Yep.
And you got 2 control others.
Yep. Awesome.
Who said you could remove that second one?
You want to put it back?
No, I'm kidding.
I
What if I wanted to troll you? I could.
Double.
Jen looks at Nilla. 1 moment. Apparently, there's some interference. And he leaves the building and goes to walk up a flight of stairs to get up higher. Like he's trying to get better signal.
Okay. Food hot?
Ooh, yeah. Just a little bit.
We're just gonna rest until tomorrow. Other than shopping, I'm gonna study my Tome of Understanding with my downtime.
Okay. Which one was that one again?
Wisdom.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. I don't. And is everyone cool with just making this kind of a downtime day for everybody?
Yeah.
Whether that requires shopping or whatever. Jin's like, cool.
I'm good.
Apparently, Nilla, he didn't put it
Yeah?
there. You did.
I didn't put it there. Or he didn't put that there. I did. What? Say that again.
Jin's like, oh, holds up a finger.
It was a part of a different. It was part of the night. Wait, why can't I have his contact info? And whatever.
Cause this particular as he's waiting for an answer. Oh. Well, sorry to break this to you, my lovely companion, but he didn't do it. The Dragon Queen did.
Can I pay him to remove it?
You know what? Grabs your shoulder forcefully. Marcus, if you're watching, it's like confetti and balloons just from where they were standing and glitter. Jim, as you're typing out this message, Jim just shows up in your shop with Nilla.
Yeah, Jim's sitting there going, due to contractual agreements, I cannot mess with pre-existing items in that way. What? Oh.
But you mixed the items together?
I have a contracting license to do that. You really want to use it?
I would like the
Jim
extra
cracks
things, yeah.
knuckles. Like you hear like 15 different cracks. He cracks his knuckles.
That can't be. You know what? And I'll just.
Hold on,
I'll
hold on, hold
summon
on.
the weapon.
Hold on. Jin puts up a hand in between you. Looks. Nilla can't see this. Jim, you see this look on Jin's face as he looks at you and says, I got this, as he puts a hand over his heart. Nilla, I can make you use that weapon. All you have to do is sign this, as he pulls out a scroll that's like miles long.
I'm gonna have to read.
You don't have to read, just sign. As he scrolls all the way to the bottom, like tossing the paper over his shoulder.
Can you describe to me what happens if I sign this?
Effectively, you will stay whatever your moral compass describes you to be, but for the purpose of weapons, you can ignore moral traits or moral conditions.
The downside.
You owe me a favor?
You don't get to kill the priests.
Fine, I'll owe you a favor, and I'll sign it.
As you sign the last letter of your name, thunder strikes everywhere. Looks at Jim. Don't worry, Jim. We still might have to kill the priests anyway. But that could be for a different job. Thanks, buddy.
Feel the effects of the magic item?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or rather, since it still requires attunement, it's going to take you a second to attune to the item. But you feel
attuned already.
I don't think you can if it has a requirement of like you needing evil alignment.
No, she can attune to it because the other implements were not in the.
Oh.
So it was like a 50-50.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, then yes, you would feel the full effects of the sword take over.
It's a mace.
Jin looks at it. Looks like a sword to me.
It's a sword now?
As you look down, it's a balloon sword.
What is happening?
This is what it's like
No
to deal with a lawyer.
refunds.
This is what it's like to deal with a lawyer clown who's actually full lawyer clown. To Misty's credit, Misty never got the chance and was still pulling all kinds of bullshit. Jen grabs Nilla's shoulder.
Just confused Nilla appears. Just
Well, if that is all, I've got paperwork to sort out. As he starts to step away, you hear the sound of a circus. As he walks through a space that looks like it leads into a carnival.
Where do we want to meet up and what time?
When does it say to?
The envoy is supposed to arrive 9 a.m. sharply. Hang on. 9 a.m. sharply, the 24th of Myth.
Does it say where?
Odd or even?
Odd.
Odd it is. At the... Give me a second. I have to think of a place in the Feywild that's actually considered a positive place for you guys to go. Probably a portal will take you directly to the Unseelie Court. Yeah, we'll say that. Portal will take you directly to her residence.
Why are all my resources broken right now?
Hmm.
Because of the recent update?
Yeah, it's showing all of my resources active when I should only have really one, but I like having two.
Yeah, so 9 a.m. sharp. A portal to the Unseelie Court will open, more specifically to the residence of the Queen of Air and Darkness.
So where do we want to meet? Like 8:30.
I'd assume in front of the guild hall.
Does that work for everyone? Because for you wanted some downtime.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be sitting reading, so wherever is fine. I'll probably read at the Educated Teacup, then spend the night.
All right.
I
I'll
ask,
see you all here, outside here. What was that?
I'm gonna ask Vort. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to the library. I don't know if you want to come with me.
No, I've already got the book I need, so
Okay, cool.
thanks, so.
Yep.
Actually, as a matter of fact, this will be trippy. The portal specifically is taking you to the White City.
Cool.
Isn't that in the Shadowfell?
Yeah, that's the confusing part.
I don't think Fort would know that, so he wouldn't say anything.
Yeah, no, but you, as a player, you now understand that there are multiple white cities.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Does it give a description on who we're supposed to pick up?
Not yet.
Okay.
And your understanding of the situation would be This is high level political mission. This is a high level political mission. They may be being indirect on purpose, as to avoid, assassination attempts, or at least try.
Nilla wouldn't understand that, but yeah, I get it.
Okay, fair enough.
Everybody else.
All right, so I guess I'll start with Nilla. What are you gonna do for the rest of the day?
In the Feywild?
No, here.
Oh. I don't know. Just bar fights.
No matter how much you egg them on, Nilla, no one wants to bar fight you.
I meant hop in a bar fight, but no,
There aren't
yeah,
any.
Nilla,
It's
stop.
like, yeah, the moment you walk in, people stop.
Well, what the fuck is the deal? I thought y'all bar fight all the time here. Y'all are boring.
You can almost smell the fear on them.
Fine. I sulk all day then. I sulk the rest of the day as soon as I realize nobody wants to fight me.
There's an arena. You can see if they'll let you fight there.
Good idea. I would check the arena. Do they let me in? Is there any fights happening in the arena today?
Yes, there is a couple.
Do they allow me to enter?
Oh yeah. People are a little less scared of you here, but not by much.
Yay!
Public forum and all that.
Guess I'll spend my day in the arena.
Let me roll some dice for this.
Oh.
Interesting. So all your fights pretty much go one way, which is you win, because no one like of epic level showed up today. You did get somewhat of a couple times. There were two fights. One against the Goliath barbarian, and based on camaraderie, you'd understand he was a totem barbarian. Shouting out animals' names and whatnot before he would use powers. So he was your first opponent, and he kind of gave you a good fight, but ultimately futile because even being like level 20, you guys are in a league of your own now.
I'm level 34. Or
Exactly.
33.
But to put it in perspective, even at only level 21, you should be able to stomp a level 20 into the ground. Because that's just how drastic a difference between an epic level adventurer and a master level adventurer is. But he gave you, let's say, oh wow, that was a good roll for him. He was able to hold out against you for a full 10 turns before you took him out. And that's saying something, considering most of your guys' fights don't last 5.
Well, this is also one-on-one.
Yeah, and dealing with the similar problems that similar problems your opponents normally face with you, you face with him, because he is also a barbarian. Arguably one of the more harder ones to kill because they can build pretty much all damage resistance if you do it right. But yeah, so he put up a good fight, but then the rest of the day So what you would learn is when you go participate in fights at the arena, 10 is the most they will let you do in a day. Primarily because they're trying to avoid losing people. So while your wins,
Sending them to the afterlife
yeah.
every forgetting.
So even with and your win streak will be intact for next time. But your very last opponent also was a max level. And he also survived 10 rounds. Holy shit. But he was more of the you can't touch me type. It wasn't a matter of armor class or damage. It was harder to catch him because he had a lot of skills that were just avoid you altogether. But in the end, even with all his blinking around, the moment you got your hands on him, he was dead. Or dead in the arena capacity. That's another thing you would learn is while you're fighting the arena, you can't actually kill someone here. Their magics that are infused in the arena basically will it'll render the opponent unconscious, so you can drop them to 0, but you cannot kill someone here. Which is strange because you would vaguely know some rumors about people dying in the arena during certain tournaments that happened recently. So some poor bastard falling into a hole that just came out of nowhere. Magic of combat. You gotta love it.
Not even magic of combat can. Not even the arena can stop magic of combat from killing somebody.
Well, technically, just as an aside, that guy didn't die. He just rolled a nat 1, so when he rolled for his chaos reign, he got sent to another dimension. So I just ruled it as the player basically struck him on the head, and as he struck him on the head, he pushed him through a portal, and everyone thought that he did it. So for the end of the day, you fought 10 opponents, you won 10 rounds. It's not much, but you were able to gain like 45 iridium pieces.
Nice.
It's not so much a wager system, it's more or less you pay 1 iridium to fight and have the opportunity to make more depending on the pot. And unfortunately this time the pot was just it was mid. So with that, we'll move over to Marcus. Marcus, what were you up to?
I think I was just gonna pop in the library and see if I can do some research on the force that might have churned the forest, just to kind of see what would have been used, who would have maybe to try to find either who cast the spell or what they actually used, because I've never heard of anything like messing with, I think you said it was like pure chaos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like to manipulate magic.
Which is just another fancy way of saying they had direct access to the weave and did stuff with it.
Yeah.
The wizard's term would be chaos because it's not unheard of. It's just really, 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 really hard to do, and there's no set way to do it. So here's what I'll say: give me an Arcana check, and Otter even.
We will do. Hold on. Tab. Jesus Christ. We'll do even.
Even, huh?
It would be odd. Yep, it was odd.
All right. Well, no, the Arcana check was for you.
Yeah.
It was even though you were right. It was a 39 to be precise. Okay, so here's what you learn. Over the next 10 hours, you learned that at first you have to kind of sift through a lot of it because there are tons of spells that allow you to create plant life. There are tons of spells that allow you to change the shape of creatures
Mm-hmm.
And there are, I'll say, even in your research, there are whispers, shall we say, like obscure documents that you come across. Being where you are, this is, um, I don't know how many of you have played. I mean, obviously, most of you have played in a Faerun setting, but I don't know how many of you have played in a Faerun setting where they actually use Candlekeep.
Mm.
So think of the library similar to Candlekeep in the fact that if you spend enough time here, you'll probably find what you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But it just may be really hard. So that I'm prefacing this simply because what I'm about to tell you next, you would not have found anywhere else
Okay.
aside from one other library, and you don't even know that one exists right now.
Okay.
There are some obscure documents like, and when I say obscure, you were looking at the shelf, you just happened to notice like a corner of a page sticking out on the shelf, and as you pulled it, you realized it wasn't a corner of a page. It was literally just like a document this fucking big. It was like a single sheet of paper that you had to like fortune cookie read basically, and it's rantings of a madman. Like the moment you start reading through it, you're like, ugh, you almost put it down because it's stupid. It's
Mm-hmm.
the things he's suggesting are crazy until you see 3 words that send a chill down your spine as a wizard.
Oh.
Mass, true, polymorph.
Yeah. That'll do it. That would do it.
And because you have forbidden knowledge, you would obscurely know that that is the name of a spell that was lost to time, and it may or may not be epic level. Or
Does
as
it say
a better way to suggest as a wizard, it's called sage class magic.
does it say who wrote this?
Windegard Windegard Norad. Is the name that was basically signed.
Through mass polymorph. And I imagine since it stuck out, that would have some indication that somebody read it recently.
Or it was misplaced. But aside from that, looking into the actual subject of manipulating what is essentially called chaos magic, which is magic that lets you dip into the weave for catastrophic consequences. There's not, even here, there's not much. Like, you see manuals of instruction on how to like begin using it, but as you thumb through them looking for specific information like how to turn an entire army of elves into a living forest that reflects attacks back, nothing in these manuals suggest how to do that.
Yeah, I think after I found the true polymorph thing, it would have gave me an inclination, and I might try to have reached out to Levin, because I know he has a more direct connection or open line of communication to Mistra, and I know that she's like has no reason to talk to me. Maybe he could inquire about how that would be used, or if she has any leads that might help.
His response would be, patience, she's getting to you.
Okay.
And the only other thing he will say is, you may or may not be your group may or may not be contacted by her directly very soon.
Okay. And then I pretty much just want to.
Oh, and one more thing, since you actually have him on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Can you ask your party members where the Staff of the Thunder God is?
What the hell is that? And where was that?
Just ask them.
Okay. I will ask. Um, yeah, and then other than that, I think after I found that, I might just do some training to try to better understand like the monk side, and then make sure that I'm asleep through midnight.
Okay. So switching quickly to Vort. Vort, you start to study your tome. It's a pretty easy read for you. You understand quite a bit of it. You do feel its magic starting to work. Obviously, it takes time, but you can still feel it working within you. As you're sitting there reading your book, you see Nilla come in, and she objectively looks like she's looking for a fight. And you see the comical thing of everybody sitting at the bar, just drinking their beer or their tea, talking in low whispers. They all look at her as she comes in, and then they go back to, like, drinking, just doing their thing. With your passive perception, you can tell this is an entirely forced act. Like, everyone is intentionally avoiding this person, Nilla, as she walked in the door. Like, they acknowledge she's there, but they're, like, really hard trying not to engage with her, to the point where you kind of, with your passive, remember an argument started a few minutes ago. It just didn't interest you. And this argument has just magically gone out. As Nilla leaves, and her frustration...
It's just like, I swear to fucking God, I swear I heard something in here before. Like, oh, hi, Vort. And I leave.
As Nilla leaves, you can tell, like, you see one guy actually get up from his chair and kind of barely stand in the doorway watching Nilla leave, and as soon as Nilla gets to a certain point, he picks up a chair and smashes it on one guy. And a bar fight just erupts around you. Now, again, your passive is high enough that you understand what's going on around you. You can tell they are also intentionally avoiding disturbing you outside of your little circle and table. So, like, in this bar, there are beer spilled everywhere. There are tables and chairs flipped over. But there's this nice, like, 90-degree circle around where your space is that it's just absolutely clean.
Not even a speck of chair.
But
he keeps reading.
Yeah, you can spend all the time you want to do that. I'm sure you know how to manage your time well. Eventually, you'll see some officials come in. Like, I don't want to call them sheriffs. They're sheriffs in the smaller towns. In the Black City, it's more like the actual police force. So you'll see officers come in, detain a few people, take them away. You can get the gist. You know they're gonna go to jail for at least for a night or something. Weego's fucking cursing up a storm because he has to repair the bar again. It's bad enough when a stupid tank ran over his actual bar. Now he has to freaking repair all his stuff.
If it was stone, it wouldn't have broke.
But yeah, so that's what you would observe. You still get your time in, and you can get to bed in reasonable time as well. Jin. Just an insight into Jin's life. He spends the next 12 hours literally filing paperwork on that contract that you signed, Nilla.
Fuck.
And
totally won't be any repercussions for this.
And it's actually official, so now it's tracked by the Dark Court, as it's called, that you owe Jin a favor.
It's literally all it costs. Okay, that's great.
Well, if you were anybody else, that would actually be a scary thing. But you're an epic little adventurer, so there's not much he could ask you to do that you wouldn't have some way of accomplishing. But as general rule for just general knowledge, even if lawyer clowns are somewhat mysterious to everybody else, the one rule in dealing with lawyer clowns is don't owe them anything.
They're like Fae.
Yes, they are, but they're much more hardcore at sticking to it. because their chaos, their literal alignment is lawful chaos. So, but that's it. That's his day. It literally takes him 12 hours to do that because there's a lot of official things you have to go through to make a contract stand and verified. Not to mention, this is like his first contract because he, up until this point in his life, he's literally been rebelling against the system.
You
It
made
wa-
him go to the system.
It wasn't until he became an epic level adventurer that he realized just how useful it was to be a lawyer clown, especially that suit. Anything special for Aikido over the next amount of downtime?
It's nighttime. It's sleepy time.
Oh, fair enough. So I'd say about 10 hours. Let's see. One, two. But by 7 o'clock, everybody in the party's up and ready to do their thing. You know your meeting's at 9, so you got a couple hours to kill, but I would assume the party like meets for breakfast or something.
What's breakfast, of course.
I'll roll.
While
Only
we're doing that.
breakfast.
I'm gonna ask. Anybody know about a Thunder God staff?
Never heard of it.
Shit, wasn't that the one staff that the one guy was using when we were killing Carillion?
I've heard of the staff. I didn't know that it was missing.
Yeah, Levin's looking for it. He didn't seem too happy.
Levin?
Yeah, he's my deity.
Deity of what?
I'm not really sure. It's a good question for him.
Jen pulls out a book, flips through it. God of the Tempest, storms, monks, and due to the weird nature of this particular deity, craftsmen, artifacts, and goblins.
I guess.
So, hold on. He actually shows you in the book. Goblins is crossed out. Goblin dragons.
So, you should tell him that we didn't get the chance to pick it up because we were sent on the one redemption quest from the goddess of magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Oh no.
I don't suppose it might still be there. I mean, we killed almost everyone there.
All right, which of you was actually there?
Raise his hand.
Me too.
I was.
Raise his hand.
Which of you are willing to let me read your mind?
Raise his hand.
Yeah.
Jin will cast a spell. A higher level version of Detect Thoughts, which is Read Minds. And we'll ask you to picture the place where you guys fought.
Which I do. Before I got shunted 60 feet backwards.
If everybody is willing, he will use his. What is it actually called? Because it's not actually teleport. It's something else. What is it called again?
Touch infinity.
No, the other thing. The clown thing.
Oh, just
Clown port.
planner travel. Just safe travel. I think.
Fast travel, that's what it's called.
Yep,
He will use
sorry.
his
It's
power
called
of
fast travel.
Yep, his power of fast travel to move everybody here to the battlefield. Except this is a very precise skill. As you guys fast travel in, you are falling.
Oh fuck.
As what was ground level to you guys is no longer there, as there is a crater.
How far do we fall?
It's up to you. Do you guys have any ability to stop yourselves from falling dangerously?
I can
Featherfall.
reaction. I can react. Oh, featherfall. Okay. You featherfall us,
Mm-hmm.
including our pets.
Kind of have to.
All right.
You don't have to get me and Ghost.
Because it's important. How is Aikido granted flight / hover / etc.?
Oh, I forgot I have flight.
From Thea.
Okay, then you're fine. I only have to ask because if you have a form of magical flight granted by a spell or magic item, in this particular crater, it does not seem to work. In fact, it doesn't affect you guys because none of you have aforementioned ways of flying at the moment.
I have a mark that lets me fly. Does that not work?
No, it wouldn't. And are you going to try to activate it?
It's a feat, but yeah.
Nilla falls faster.
Oh fuck.
So, while the rest of
I
the group,
slow fall.
which one's what's that do again?
That's
The monk ability
reduces
is-
the damage by X.
Oh, then
Yeah, I
no,
think
that
90 for me.
yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. This is literally
Yeah.
anything that grants you actual flight.
I'm just doing featherfall on everyone.
Okay.
I'll cast it however many times. I think twice probably for all of us plus creatures. 10 should be enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 reactions.
Vanilla, you start to fall faster, and then get jerked up real quick as Featherfall cuts the force of the gravity.
That didn't feel too good.
Marcus. Hey, I'm starting to finally get your name straight.
I know.
What's your passive arcana?
Give me 2 seconds. I can tell you. It is passive arcana is 36. 36? Is it left or the one in parentheses?
Parentheses.
46.
Yeah, you can tell the gravity here is magically altered. But again, this does not. This feels like chaos.
This feels like normal. Like different, but like does it feel the same as the forest or no?
Similar, but not this. Almost in the same. Almost as you would feel the subtle differences of different schools of magic, this seems to have a similar difference. Almost as if chaos magic has its own schools of magic, but again, as far as you've read, that's not the case.
Okay.
So is it safe to assume that the rod is gone?
Do you float to the bottom of the crater?
Yeah.
That crater wasn't here before, right? I'm asking because I don't know.
Nope.
Because Marcus was not here.
I don't think. Well, I mean, Clone Thea did consume the ground, but I don't think that's what this does. So
You fall for 4 straight rounds. Or, to put it another way, you fall for 24 seconds.
is there a wand anywhere nearby?
No? But the ground looks weird. It looks charred, but similar to magma, where you see like the red and orange streaks coming through. You see green, purple, blue, yellow, red.
What was the wand's name again?
Not a wand.
Staff of the Thunder God.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use Flesh Recall to swap out Speak with Plants for Locate Object. And I'm going to cast Locate Object on the staff.
I would like to look up that staff in my guild card.
Okay. I'll get to that in a second. Or
Okay.
it's all around you.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
The staff is everywhere.
What do I determine with that Arcana check? Like the passive one, Jen?
I'll get to that in a second. Take these in order of operations. Nilla, as you look it up, Staff of the Thunder God, wielded by the adventurer and leader of the Nocturnal Tempest, Draven Nighthawk. Rarity is Artifact. Rest is pretty much unknown. The only other note you see about it is thought to be a variation of the Staff of Power.
Who's Draven?
Wait, what? Draven was in there?
Yep.
Is Draven staff?
Would I know? I would.
Yeah, you've heard of him in passing at this point.
Yeah. I'd say I believe he is something to do with the goddess of magic.
Well, you should probably tell your guy that it's a tier there. And I start pointing.
So Marcus, with your passive Arcana,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, you know that it's chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And also, being that this item is of a higher quality, you know that if it's being equated to the Staff of Power, one of the big things about the Staff of Power is the ability to snap or break the staff and create a massive explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least one as big as a fireball.
Well, it's the same thing as like me breaking my current staff, the Staff of Power, like how it does.
That's literally what I just said.
Oh, okay. My bad.
The Staff of the Thunder God is being equated to the Staff of Power.
Okay.
Only, you know that a Staff of Power is only considered a very rare item. And the listing registered the Staff of the Thunder God as an artifact.
Yeah.
Both. And now that you're looking at the crater, you're going, I can see this being artifact level.
Yeah. 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 That's not good. All right. I guess while this is going on, can I attempt to reach out to Levin
Sure.
and be like, "Hey, boss, found the. I think I found the staff, or at least what's left of it. I
I don't like how you said that.
yeah, I think somebody broke it because I'm standing in a massive crater, and Vort, one of my companions, says that the staff is all around us, and I don't know. Do you want to come check it out?
Before I answer that, Marcus, did you want to have kids?
No.
Good. Then just continue to stand in that crater.
All right, it's time to go, guys. Thanks, boss.
And as you end your conversation, you'll see like 4 portals appear. And automatons similar to the one that runs the library come out.
Mm-hmm.
And they start like surveying the crater.
Hey,
Alright, I
Jin,
guess they're
can you
taking
take us
over.
back?
They give you a thumbs up. The word.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks, boss. We're your thing showed up. We're gonna get out of here.
So, Jin, can you take us back?
And we're all back in the Black City.
Thank you.
Start feeling weird in the upcoming days. Let me know. We might need to get checked.
You mean if I feel normal?
Is that Jin that said that?
Yes.
Yeah, I expect that from you. Yeah, if you feel normal, let me know. But if anybody else feels weird, you let me know.
Like how weird?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I feel like I
Jen,
can
like
45 light bulbs without ruining my insides already.
I feel like that's normal. You're fine. You should.
Okay.
Jen pulls up his sleeve and cuts himself a little bit, and instead of blood, it's cotton candy coming out.
Yep. Totally normal. See?
Is that normal?
It is.
Not with any Lurkon you've interacted with, the keto.
No, I think you should. I think you need blood inside of you, not liquid sugar. But no, okay.
I actually need chaos inside of me. I'm not
don't know
a.
what that means at all.
I am not a traditional being. Similar to the difference between, say, you and a all light being. I look humanoid. I am not humanoid. It is the makeup and the suit that contains me.
Okay. Well, I guess we just sit here and wait for that gate to open.
Looks at Aikido. I've been to Toontown and lived. For some reason that strikes a chord in Aikido. Alrighty. Anyone else want to do anything, or are you all just gonna wait till your allotted time?
Wait the allotted time because it should be soon.
Okay. If everybody's in agreement, your 2 hours goes by. Your hour goes by uneventful, and then your 41 minutes goes by. As it 9 o'clock, prim and proper strikes. You all hear a ding on your guild card.
I guess we look at our guild card, right?
Ooh, left.
What does our guild card say?
Quest canceled. Services no longer required, as stated as the reason.
Well, that was a waste of time.
A little boy, looks to be a gnome, comes up to you. Did you hear the news?
What news?
The Queen of the Air and Darkness was found dead this morning.
What?
Yeah, she was found dead in her own home. Tragic. Would you like to read about it? Holds up a newspaper, and then holds out a hand.
Just sure, and I hand him an emerald coin.
Looks down. Thank you, ma'am. Hands you like 5 newspapers and then just runs off.
I'll take one of those. No, thank you.
And I pass out newspapers, I guess, to the group.
I'm
An elf.
I just pout a little bit because, you know, I thought I had a good thing when I didn't fucking deal with steel and, you know, cobalts, and Nilla's fucking walking around with fucking emeralds. I'm a little put back.
Authorities baffled. The Queen of Air and Darkness was found murdered in her home this morning.
We should
Culprit.
look at the quest.
Culprits are not yet apprehended, and methods of murder have not been disclosed, but speculation states that the Queen of Air and Darkness was slated to have a empirical secretive meeting with the Emperor regarding certain states of the Feywild and their relation to the material plane.
I look at Jin.
Honk.
What does any of that mean?
Honk honk.
Basically, she was coming here to visit with the Emperor to see what could be done about getting some of the problems in the Feywild under control. For a while now, the balance between the Seelie and Unseelie court, which are the two ruling factions or ruling bodies in the Feywild, have been incredibly imbalanced. And it has resulted in more than one citizen of our plane being accosted by fairies. I remember hearing about this one dragon rider who lost his name because he made the unfortunate mistake of telling the fairy his name, and now he's known as Robert.
I look at my guild card. Click company, I guess is now what we are.
Yep.
Is there a Robert in our company?
No.
Not anymore. Was there?
No.
No?
No, but in 2 years that might change.
Weird.
So I guess that's that. What do we want to do now, chums?
Actually, there's a quest to investigate the death.
I wanna get, it's fine. Yeah, let's look at the quest board.
As you get to the quest board, there is a distinct lack of quests. And there are a lot of adventurers like standing around who do not look happy.
What are y'all standing? What's happening?
Oh, hey Nilla. The guild says that something has broken the quest board technology. They think it's some sort of interference. But they're not giving us much more than that. And they're not being very accommodating. Like, we could resort to pen and paper style quests. But none of the officials have really come out. The poor... This is just some random adventurer. He's an orc. But I want it to be known that you are famous at this point. Epic level adventurers can't go anywhere without people knowing who they are at this point. So he's trying. You can tell he's trying to be like cool, calm, and collected, but internal screaming is happening on the inside. Fangirl moment. No, I'd say fangirl moment, because he's losing it. But he has a good enough passive performance to be deadpan and talking to you. Oh my god. And the poor guild receptionist is beside herself because people are trying to force her to do something about it, and all she can do is help, exchange stuff for the quest. She has no control over the boards. But obviously some rowdier adventurers are getting fed up with this.
I will mass communicate to the people who are being obnoxious, being like, it is not the guild receptionist's fault. You better quit.
Once they realize who it's coming from, they stop. No one has the courage to stand up to you. Especially after what they heard about yesterday.
Oh, me going 10-0?
Yeah.
No, you should get Alt ID.
What is that?
Gives you a whole new identification.
That seems like so much work.
Yeah, but you just click it on, you go in a bar, like, let's fight, and everyone's like, yeah.
Now Nilla's in. Nilla was hesitant before, but now that she knows she can walk in anywhere.
How much does this cost? How much does this cost?
I don't know. It's probably about 1. It's an anime power.
Oh.
You have enough coins where you should be able to buy 6.
Yes, it is literally a 1 cost.
I can afford that easily. It's fine. That's too much work.
Fort will say to the group, the quest board that was made by, is that one of the things made by Lynx? And he's still missing at this point? Right?
Yes. Thus, and when you make that comment, the guild receptionist will chime in, yes, and thus the dilemma. I think the officials don't know what to do because the system is too advanced for normal artificers to handle, and no one can get into contact with the goblin. who would be the second most likely person to fix this.
So you're saying there'd be a reward for that, right? Would that be like a quest?
Would that be a quest reward?
She looks at you. I mean, I can't say yes or no. I'm only reception, but I think the guild would be entirely in your debt if you could get this resolved. Golden Twilight.
I've been to Jin's forge workshop
Business front.
business front.
Mhm.
Can I use plain? Can I use the plain sword effect to go there real quick?
One moment.
While we're going through this, is the party still pretty close together?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 11 also said that we would probably get contacted by the goddess of magic again here real soon.
Mm. Sorry, I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit.
What do you mean?
I have no idea. That's all I was told.
Wait, hold on, Marcus. You're from the plane where the goblin's from, right?
Which one?
Jim.
Oh,
Gem
You
is
mean
not a goblin.
you mean the dragon goblin?
Jim's not a goblin? I thought he was the goblin. I'm
Mar-
confused.
Marcus
I
is
would
getting
choose-
Marcus
I
is
would
getting
choose
it.
your next words very carefully, depending on what you want to happen.
Good thing I can't speak.
They can
I
still
know,
hear this.
I'm gonna... Wait, who's the goblin? I'm confused.
There is no goblin. There's a dragon goblin, right? Right?
You are
It's
correct.
Dragon
Dragon
goblin.
goblin.
Yes.
Dragon goblin.
Be very
But-
precise, especially if you want anything to ever be made and do not wish to be disassembled.
Sorry.
I would choose your next words carefully.
And you wonder why he's not helping them at the moment. He's not the goblin.
Yes. So, what did you need from the dragon goblin?
He's the one that could fix this, right?
Fix what?
The quest board, probably.
Oh, probably. Sure. Let me see if I can get in touch with him. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll teleport back to the library and see if I can track him down. Imagine he's probably in his workshop, right?
Oh, the chaos that's about to ensue. Marcus.
Yep.
Actually, you know a similar spell, so let me go see. Let me go look at that spell real quick. That will determine.
Okay,
The saving
I, as a
throw.
player, didn't know it was a dragon goblin.
Yes. It is. I've been very careful with that. This is player to player because otherwise they don't get too happy and things happen.
I wasn't I was either I misremembered or I wasn't informed that it was specifically dragon goblin.
I posted a picture of said dragon goblin for you.
I seen that before. You described it as dragonborn and a goblin one.
Oh, it is. It depends on the form it takes.
Depends on the form it takes.
That
Yes,
is the only
it is.
form it has.
Okay.
The irony is he goes from like a smallish medium to a fucking largish huge.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it now, yeah.
Yes, Marcus would be the only person in this particular group aware of our unique situation.
Yes.
He's also aware that we maintain two separate forms by using our other powers. But we are still one entity.
Yes.
It is well. Luckily for you, this is a good save for you. You should make an intelligence save.
Oh, okay.
Convenient.
It is convenient.
What?
Ma'am, you know it's a dragon goblin, right? Not a goblin. He gets very upset at that.
I'm not gonna use Holy Warrior, right?
Yeah, you're nowhere near me.
I didn't think so. Yep.
That is still
47.
47.
I imagine that's a failure.
No, it's a success. But you feel like it was not very far off from a failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're about 2 points away from, 3 points away from failure.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
As you hear the sound of Levin going, no! In your mind.
Uh-oh. But I just went to the library. Hold on.
Marcus, you feel empty for some reason.
Wait, what do you mean I feel empty?
Exactly.
But I was just at the library.
Well, currently you're standing in an adventurers guild.
Wait, do I know, like our Adventurers Guild or just a random one?
The adventurers guild here in Lex City.
Oh, you're back already.
Oh, okay.
You haven't technically left yet. You went to and you heard that.
And then I'm back here. I'm just gonna reach out to Levin and be like, did I fuck up?
You feel a void as you reach out to your deity.
Yep, I messed up.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Can't feel him anymore. Can't talk to him. It's not gonna. Yeah. All right, we're on our own.
Wait, just yours?
I don't know. You could try, but I probably wouldn't. All I heard was Levin scream no, and now we're here. Out of curiosity, I want to walk up to the.
Why is a guardian?
I want to walk up to. Walk up to the count, or in the newspaper, does it tell us where they were murdered? Was it close to the city?
No, in their home.
In their
Yeah,
home.
which is the what's it called?
Unseelie Court in the White City.
I want to look outside. Does it look like there's extra security going on in the Black City right now?
Make a investigation check.
That was a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, investigation does rely on intelligence.
Intelligence, yeah.
And he made a very specific request. Okay. With a 33, it's actually the opposite.
The opposite. There's nobody.
There is a lack of military or law enforcement presence anywhere. And I will say, from the few times you've been to the Black City already, that is incredibly unusual, because it's, even if there's not like, a whole battalion there, for the most part, there's always at least one officer or guardsman within, a minute of you. And looking outside, as a matter of fact, if you zoom in here, which is the Adventurers Guild.
We're on the start for Monday screen.
Oh, I thought I pulled you guys over here. I'm sorry. My bad.
There we go.
Yeah. So the building that your markers by the Monday party here, this is the Adventurers Guild. Directly across is like a police station. As you look, Marcus, nobody's in there.
Okay.
You don't even see like the 911 operator equivalent.
Right. So I imagine I'm gonna go back inside and be like, all right, everybody's either panicking right now or something seriously messed up. All the security is empty, and I'm wondering if the Black City is shut down because I just lost connection with my deity, and I wonder if this is anything like it did when it messed up Akito's car.
I'd like to try to contact the. Like, hey, you alive still?
What do you want?
Just checking if you were alive, cause shit's being weird.
Killing me would take a lot of effort. And what do you mean?
Queen of Air and Darkness is dead. Levin yelled into Marcus's head and is uncontactable. The Goblin Dragon is not to be found, and there's no police or militia in the Black City. In the at least across the street from the guild hall.
Oh,
where
that's
the police reside.
That's weird. All right.
Oh yeah, also the quest board's down.
Wait, what? That's never happened. All right, fine. Hang on. I'll send one of the envoys. And in the next few seconds, it doesn't affect you guys, though you do feel like a chill in the air. But as a person steps out of a black door that looks like this, all the adventurers start making excuses to leave. And everyone in this party would be aware that there is just an innate fear effect around him, similar to Dragon's fear.
You'll just hear me say, "Finally, silence!" I love it.
I'll give a respectable nod, salute, something. I don't know. Nilla doesn't know.
It's expected. All right. Hello, Vort. I swear.
Marcus.
Every time that
Hello.
looks at Marcus. Ah, the shut-in.
Yep.
Has he upgraded?
Unfortunately,
actually, this is the guy who thinks he's Marcus.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just know him as shut-in.
Can you explain to them that I am Marcus?
Waves a hand and a title appears above your head. Thinks he's Marcus.
Well, whatever.
What I thought.
Close
yeah,
enough.
we just shorten it to Marcus because it's easier.
I mean, that's fair. All right. Let me take a look at this as he'll touch the board. Oh, well, this problem's... Oh, that's gonna be complicated. We still don't know where Lynx is. Anyone tried contacting Jim?
I was trying.
He's stuffing his face.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to see if the project we were working on for him is done, but I had not tried contacting him yet.
All right.
I was trying to contact Jim, and then I lost contact with 11, and ended up back here.
Yeah, he phased.
And all he
second.
screamed was no.
This Thea will wave its hand, and a green door appears. As he goes to turn it, grows to open the door. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah, that's what I assumed when I lost contact.
Is that the Goblin Dragon's room?
That's just to their realm in general.
Yeah.
Hold on. Opens a black door. Opens the door just to make sure he can actually open a door. Okay, so it's not a Black City protocol. Wait, what am I thinking? They can't stop me anyway. They're not powerful enough anymore.
Oh.
So this is a fucking hilarious situation.
Oh, God.
Yep.
All right, everybody stand back. He'll hold out his hand, and Marcus, immediately, you can see wisps of magic that identify this as an epic level spell.
Be like, uh-oh, we should probably get a little further back, guys.
I take one step back.
I'm gonna look to the guy at the counter to see if he's yelling, "Don't blow up my shop, asshole."
Hey, receptionist, you should duck under the table real quick. The desk.
No need to tell me twice. As she gets down. And he doesn't use a filter because this Thea doesn't have those installed yet.
Oh god.
So you'll hear him utter the words "Hellball."
Okay, further back.
You should go to the back. Keep crouching, keep crouching.
And also, with your passive arcana, Marcus, you see signs of a spell amp.
Yeah, I'm gonna step outside.
As he blasts the green door with this large black, red, and green ball of... It looks at first like flames, but as you kind of see more of the ball before it makes impact with the door, it seems to have traces of acid, fire, lightning, and thunder all coursing through it.
Yeah.
I go to protect my dog from the back blast that is happening. Or that is going to happen.
And as it hits the door, there's no explosion. The door just seems to disintegrate.
Oh.
But the outlining's still there?
Yes, so you can see kind of like the door frame, but the door itself is actually disintegrated.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to reach out to 11 again. Boss, you there?
Distinct feeling of a void.
Yep. I'm still in trouble.
Huh.
Yeah, also the god of magic was going to talk to us about something, and Levin was wondering about that that lightning storm god stuff.
I think we got that resolved.
I was just catching him up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, thank you. Hang on.
He's been asleep for at least a
Oh.
month.
Well, I haven't been asleep. He's been asleep. I see points behind him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I sleep every day.
Inactive.
Yeah, that's fair. I need to find something. There it is. So at the rank he did it at, it would require 2 ranks of range and 8 ranks of damage.
I love how Marcus was just panicking at the fact of, oh fuck, it's getting bigger.
Oh no, he had every right to. There are other things you can do with Spell Amp besides, make the damage bigger.
Yeah, and me and Aikido sitting there, kind of like, oh no, this is gonna be fine.
We're not the casters.
We're not the
D-
casters.
So
Me
D10,
and Nikita are like, that's a big light.
D10, and 6 more
Helping
dice.
you protect your doggy too.
So slash R. 12. I'm just curious how much this does. 12, 24, 36, 48. Plus 6
My
is
weasel
54.
son is shooketh.
Without using any godly abilities, that's 332 points of damage. Alright,
Wow, I can eat that.
you could. You could. I
Even
wouldn't.
with immunities and stuff, or even without immunities. Hell, if I was vulnerable, I could eat it.
Let's see, so...
Great, that's great.
Wait here. It might be a little dangerous. As he walks through the door. It's safe. Ish.
I'll walk through.
I walk through.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Good day, lady. And I step through.
Jin's gonna stay behind for the moment and just like pulls out a broom and starts sweeping the dust that the door left behind. And as you walk into the streets, some of you will recognize it because you have been here before. Actually, everyone will here recognize this. This is basically the town that's outside the library. Except
For like, what minutes?
it's like overcast.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Isn't this part of your demi-plane?
Yep.
I hate to bear bad news, Mark. I don't sense any divine presence.
Yeah. I was worried about that. Any idea what it was from? Can I sense any spells that were cast? Say, that might have affected him? Well, I know where Levin would have stayed, right?
Well, we should go over there first.
Yeah.
Keto, do you have those interesting looking potions that Thea gave you?
They're probably on Prime.
Oh, crap. Alright, well, if I pass out, just push me into a corner or something. This is gonna take a while, especially since I'm not the boss. As you get to what is essentially Levin's manor, you'll see the Thea in front of you kind of crouch down and put his hand on the ground and just close his eyes and start to vibrate.
Is this a healing thing, a anime thing, or a mana thing?
Energy. So it's gonna be it's a divine thing plus an anime thing. Currently, he is attempting to stabilize this realm. You guys may do what you wish. Maybe find out what happened. I'm going to attempt to keep this place intact because without their presence, it's going to start to fall apart. This isn't a demi-plane or any other plane that you guys normally interact with.
Oh. Well, we should start at the manor since we're here.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we try the door.
Vort, with your passive perception, you're the only one to notice this. As you guys go to open the door, something feels off. Like when you walk into a space and there feels like there's more air than there should be because there was something there a minute ago, or there was something else occupying the space. You feel like you see like the front of this mansion, but you get the feeling based on your insight and perception combined that that's all you're seeing. And as Nilla opens the door, your suspicions are founded, as it's literally just like a wall. And you guys are viewing a very familiar looking crater.
Hey, Marcus.
Yep.
This leads to the crater.
Yep.
Except Marcus, since you are from here, when you take in the surrounding area, you know you're still here. In
I'm
this
still where?
in this plane. In your home, essentially.
Yeah.
Vort, what I mean specifically is as you look at this, all that's left of this house is literally just the front. The other 3 connecting points of a house are gone.
It's like a facade.
Basically.
Studio.
Yes, exactly. That's a great way to think of it.
Hey, Marcus, did they live in a cardboard picture?
No.
But, okay.
Is it literally like that, or is it like the walls have
No.
been torn?
It should be a house.
Yes, so Vort, it's basically you see at the fringes where the other walls would connect, like bits of wall where the walls should have been.
Okay, so something destroyed it.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming they didn't live in a crater. Like I used to. Okay, let's go check the what's it called? Library.
Does the crater look exactly like the other crater with the glowing lines?
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, it's not the crater as in the just clear up any confusion, it's not the same location, but it is the same level of destruction. And they look almost identical, as if as if a spell was cast in both locations.
Would I know if I could contact the god of magic?
You can pray to any god.
Well,
Yeah.
but if it would be more effective.
You could certainly try. You, unlike most people, you know her name.
Okay.
I know
As we're
divination. That lets me contact any god, right?
Technically, I
Direct them.
believe so. Yeah.
I'll pray to her using her name and be like, "Hey, that staff you wanted us to find was used in 2 places. One where Levin is, and one where Aurelian was."
Nilla, make an intelligence save.
I'm not good at that.
Sorry. You're not good at that.
Does this relate to... Hold on, is that only with dexterity? Yeah, it's only with dexterity. Legendary resistance if I can.
Minus plus, so that makes it that's an interesting number.
69.
I would say you can legendary resistance, just because it's not. This isn't like. How do I put this? This isn't targeted at you. Moreover, it's like you're doing something you shouldn't in a space that you shouldn't, and you're just getting backlash. So yes, you can legendary resistance this, but you're still going to take the damage because it would be save for half.
Okay. That's a lot of dice.
So that's 116 psychic damage. So half that would be
58.
yeah. As Nila's nose begins to bleed and you just get this massive migraine.
Oh no.
But since
Oh, I shouldn't have.
legendary resistance, since legendary resistance is forced success, so to speak, your message gets through.
I shouldn't have done that. Hey, Marcus, Vort, don't try to contact people. Oh fuck. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the same crater we were at before, Marcus says we should get out of here because something weird could start happening to us. Apparently,
Because we
bleeding
ain't
from the
gonna
nose
have
is
no
what's gonna
kids.
happen.
I wonder if something just went wrong when he was trying to restore the Thunderstaff.
I mean, maybe that, but don't try contacting anybody here. That hurted a lot.
Aren't you contacting us?
the cold feeling that you get, because let's face it, you're not 30 miles away from Thea, so you're always going to feel that feeling, is suddenly usurped with a warm and gentle breeze.
We just lost Thea.
Does anybody look back to make sure that they haven't lost Thea?
Yeah. I check it.
He is still currently with both hands on the ground, eyes closed. Well, I guess you can't really say eyes closed because they're bone holes, but you get the gist. He is attempting to stabilize this realm.
Uber concentration. Got that.
So he's still there, but this feeling seems to overshadow his presence. It is still, I mean, it's overcast, but it's daylight, so there's no need for something like dark vision or true sight or anything like that. At the bottom of the crater, you guys see a familiar figure.
Who we see?
Well, except for you, Marcus. She's not familiar to you. Or wait, were you there? Towards the end?
Not.
Okay, so it was Veil the whole time.
I have never met the goddess of magic.
And it's kind of anime and it's funny, but it actually is an effect that she has. You'll notice like sakura petals everywhere. They just seem to dance on the air around her.
I wave.
And she starts to examine the crater. And
Marcus,
Wait.
that's God of magic. You're good at this talk.
Oh, okay.
as she kind of presses her hand flat to the crater, you'll see all the colors. And I mean, for you guys, it actually pulses all the way up to the edges compared to last time where it was just more towards the bottom of the crater. All these colors actually were pulsing up, almost like the explosion was the same radius but more powerful. All those colors instantly start to just drain down into the basin of the crater. And after like 30 seconds or so, it looks like she's standing in like rainbow water. Or kneeling in rainbow water.
Marcus, do you know what's happening?
Would I know what's happening?
You could make an Arcana check to see if you have any inkling. With your passive, you do not.
I think I would have like a kind of an idea, like just guessing, but it'd be like pulling at straws at best.
Yeah, exactly. So you can make an Arcana check if you want.
48. Which is 2 over my passive.
So let's face it, you are basically what we call a pinnacle, a Sage class caster. Even if you can't use Sage class magic yet, you are within the realm of doing it, and you understand magic better than the current group, anyone here.
Yeah. And I still have no idea.
Not Nilla. Nilla knows what the magic of the day is.
Nilla is the magic of the day.
However, as you look onto this, it almost makes you cry because while you don't fully understand what's happening, the gist of what you do understand is that the weave has been made physical at this very moment.
That's what I thought. It's like it's just the weave that she's pulling out. I'm assuming this is from the staff or whatever was used.
That is your best guess at the moment.
Yeah.
And slowly, the water seems to like recede and drop in level as it seems to be flowing into her.
No, it's not a time to cry, Marcus.
It's quite beautiful, but I say we let her finish first, and then we can inquire about questions to help.
And then you'll see her cast a spell, but you get the feeling you couldn't stop her if you wanted to.
No, nor would I try.
And part of that is because she has innate meta magic. Something you would, as a wizard, you have read about this before. Anyone who holds the actual domain of magic as part of their portfolio has access to a divine feature called auto meta magic or innate meta magic, meaning it just happens when they cast spells. And hers happens to be subtle cast.
Well, that's great.
And you'll literally see the ground gradually raise and raise and raise and raise and raise until it becomes flush. And you'd recognize this as it's one of the earth spells. Either move earth or mold earth. It's the higher one, so I think it's move earth. If memory serves.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna walk up and kneel down and say, "My lady."
Well, this is exactly what I was afraid was happening.
May I inquire as to what that is? Perhaps you know what happened to 11?
He is. He and the gym are currently not with us.
Is it possible to restore them?
Well, as long as this realm is maintained, they will restore on their own within a certain time period.
Gotcha.
But the instigator knew what they were doing by attacking a god in their realm. It's unthinkable for the most part, because if you're doing that, you are actually intending their final death.
Yes. Do we have any idea who?
I do. And that is why your patron contacted you on my behalf.
Yes, I assumed.
But before we dive into that, give me 5 minutes. I need to use the bathroom.
Yep.
Marcus is good with this magic talk. Nilla isn't.
Marcus is not good at any talk.
Though she
His charisma's
is,
bad.
though Nilla is the magic of combat.
Yes.
I would just like to point out that Marcus is the new Veil because we've had to deal with the goddess of magic twice. Once with Vale and once with Marcus.
But Vale was in trouble, and Marcus is not.
Were you? Are you not? Are you sure?
I don't think I am. I'm getting contacted to. She's contacting Levin to have me seek out people to to end them. Vale just got in trouble.
So, who
Yeah.
has ideas on who the culprit is?
I think I know. Or at least have an idea. Probably the guy that fucking Vale woke up when he cast that epic level spell and killed a bunch of people.
Who do you think it is?
I don't think we ever got his name.
Wasn't that? Didn't he look like a barbarian or
He
something?
did. And I did
Oh, yeah, that guy.
12,000 points, or 12 or 16,000 points of damage, and it did
He was a
no.
barbarian that was immune to everything.
Yeah. So he was able to be immune to 16,000 points of damage. So I don't even know if he was immune, if it just didn't hurt him.
One or the other. Also,
Or it didn't do enough to hurt him.
the obvious but wrong answer is Vale. Of course.
No, could be. Definitely could be.
But they said Vale's already been dealt with.
Well, kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
I don't know what I mean, kind of. I think he is in like a timeout of sorts. Again, this is all player speculation. He could very well just be dead. But we were told that that guy was something worse than the barbarian that was released, was something that was locked away and supposed to be like sealed, and was now on a rampage and a much bigger problem. And I'm assuming with him being that strong, he's probably the only one of the few that are like actually able to start killing deities and guardians.
What happened with Tragedy? Was he dealt with?
Tragedy. Which
Who
one's
was
tragedy?
Tragedy?
Isn't that what Ugo became?
I think
Super.
so. I think so.
We never dealt with him.
No, we just unleashed him.
We still can't, probably,
No.
for a little while. Way too high above our pay grade.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of anybody else.
Other than what?
We said.
For what's going on or for tragedy?
For what's going on.
Yeah. I think just it's got to be one of those two, right? I mean, I'm sure
Super
there's other
Ego-
entities out there that we don't know about.
Super Ego, possibly Vale, or the guy that Vale released.
Yeah.
But the guy that Vale released was a barbarian.
Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean. Yeah. But think about it, like he broke an epic level staff or an artifact level staff. And if it's just an upgraded version of a power, like staff of power, that's what the staff does when you break it.
Yeah, but I've been assuming that this is the same person who created the forest, and
Who is sending people to my dungeon.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, at the same time, if we're
Oh,
being
so it's
totally fair,
Marcus.
could be. Definitely could be.
Oh yeah, I forgot Marcus is the person who was.
Yeah, because he was he looked exactly like Marcus.
Well, no, that's because he was wearing the same. He was wearing the same robes, right? Because they're good robes.
Mm-hmm. But they were black. And robes of the Archmagi swap based on your alliance. Or what is it? My brain's dying.
Oh,
Thank you.
I have to take my meds. I didn't bring a couple out.
It could be Naze. He wears those same robes, but I don't think he would be mistaken for anyone else.
You don't think he could be mistaken for someone who thinks he's Marcus?
Nah.
I still love the waves hand, words above head, thinks he's Marcus.
Well, at least there's no confusion now.
Oh, is that permanent? For the time being?
Yeah.
Only around there.
All right. Sorry about that. Decided I need to refill my drink, and then my dog decided that he needed to pee in the right place to make me almost kill myself.
Got him.
Yeah, he did. My arm really hurts now.
Like what?
All right. Where was I?
Double tap.
The culprit.
Ah, right. The culprit. Yes, good. And she was talking to Marcus. I have a task that only children of your caliber can achieve. Those above you are busy with another problem. Or retired. So you are my next best choice. The perpetrator of this crime is a disappointingly good magic user.
Are you not able to remove his power to cast?
His power is not mine to remove.
Ah.
For while it touches and manipulates the weave, it is not magic. It is something worse. Something vile and disgusting. He is considered, I suppose, what you would call a chaos sorcerer.
Would I have any idea what that actually is?
Only the vague
Probably
notion.
not.
Only the vague notion that it's like, not that prestige classes technically exist in this world, but that's what Marcus would kind of equate it to. It is like an advanced class. You know that
Gotcha.
it requires the multi-classing between someone who's born naturally with magic, like a sorcerer, who then basically studies to be a wizard.
Gotcha.
They have to have both the natural talent and the forged talent in order to become this particular class. And it's not that it's unheard of. Like, when you were looking up chaos magic, you saw the term come up quite a bit, but you feel like in the context that you've seen it in, it's not being used properly. It's like, well, take what she just said to you, for example, magic user. She's saying that to have an all-encompassing effect. So she doesn't have to say wizard or sorcerer or cleric. Saying the context you've seen it used in, it's all-encompassing. But that does not, again, just based on what you've read about thus far, it seems inaccurate. It doesn't seem like there can be a chaos user who can do everything.
Gotcha.
Because it tends to be that when you do use chaos, you're very specific. So, like I said, chaos doesn't have schools, but to put it in a more narrow perspective, think of like a normal chaos sorcerer as someone who wields like a chaos version of destruction of evocation. It doesn't have schools, but it would have similar effects to evocation, except it always has dire consequence. That's why even when you were studying and starting out and deciding which path of magic to take, you learned really quickly that chaos, and it's just widely taught this way, chaos magic is kind of a no-no. Because it always is never worth the payoff. You may be able to achieve astronomical things, unbelievable things, but the backlash will kill you every time.
Gotcha.
Or hinder you in a drastic way. It's like someone made a analogy. I don't remember when, but basically it's like paying. It's paying for a copper piece or a cobalt piece with an iridium piece. You are getting shafted. And so she would explain she was having Levin reach out to you to hunt down this individual because, as you can see, if left unchecked, he's going to do something stupid.
And stupider than this?
Oh yeah, no, this is just him figuring out how the staff works. See, it wasn't. He wasn't even able to do this, as she gestures to the once crater, without the staff. What you saw before was his own magic. What you see here is what happens when he can wield the staff. It's strong enough to kill gods. It is a god killer weapon.
I raise my hand.
Yes, Nilla.
To be fair, you did pull us away from the battlefield before we could collect it.
I am aware. I am also aware that this wouldn't happen under normal circumstance. Because that staff can only be wielded normally by its creator.
Draven.
Yes. However, he lent it to my brother. Kind of side glancing over at the kneeling Thea. To defeat Corellian. And since he did that willingly, it opens the restriction until it is returned.
So do you know who this chaos caster is and how to find him? Or them?
The easiest answer would be to follow the chaos.
Yes, but that puts us a step behind.
Unfortunately, I couldn't give you his name if I wanted to. It would be detrimental to you.
Okay.
He has cast certain spells, shall we say, around the use of his name.
So how are we supposed to catch up to him if we always find out about what he does after he does it?
You are smart. Young, hip, groovy people. I'm sure you'll find a pattern in what he's doing.
Why were they sending people into Nilla's dungeon?
Oh, because how do I put this? Because holding control of a dungeon grants you access to almost unlimited riches if adjusted correctly. It would be a major boon for the whatever government entity is attempting this, or even association like the Adventurers Guild. Personally, I'm kind of thankful that it is Nilla who has the has the dungeon because she doesn't have such aspirations.
It's a fun place to hunt.
Okay, then I guess we should probably try to find this person.
I do suspect I know what his ultimate goal is. It will not pan out the way he thinks it will.
Imagine the destruction of all beings.
No, he's
Destruction of you.
not
Be like you.
me per se. It's more he wants to become me. He has taken it upon himself to defeat me by whatever means necessary in order to become the next scion of magic.
Fuck my.
Unfortunately, I don't think he understands what would happen if he killed me. Because that's the only way he'd get the position from me. She kind of gives a mournful look at Marcus.
What's that look for?
Well, if he's successful, you become sort of irrelevant, my friend.
Yeah. Then I still got my books. But let's not let that happen.
Because he's only powerful enough to sustain, at best, cantrip level weave. I shall stay here and help my brother maintain this realm until Jim and Levin reassemble. He may have had the staff, but he is still far too inexperienced to kill someone as accomplished as those two.
Yes.
To be fair, he almost did it.
You're not wrong about that, I suppose.
Is it the same being that that put me in this situation that Levin tasked me with?
No.
Okay.
Can I?
It is another guy.
She looks over to you. Can I let you in on a little secret?
Yes.
That was just a barbarian.
What was just a barbarian?
The entity that Vale unleashed wasn't anything more than a barbarian.
Well, that's considering what he cast and that lived. It is
She points at Nilla. Nilla would be able to do the same thing.
Whistles.
that's good.
Barbarians are a unnaturally hardy group.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
So-
perfectly natural.
Say that out loud.
As she just kind of walks away and starts throwing like spell circles into the sky. By the way, Marcus, you'd recognize some of these spell circles, and you're like, those take an hour to cast.
Yeah.
And she's just going like throwing them like frisbees.
All right. Well, looks like we have to find whatever the hell did this, guys. before we leave,
I should also warn you, he was my apprentice, so good luck.
thanks. Do you have anything that would help?
How good are you at punching people?
I'm not.
I'm really good.
But I point at Nilla. That one is.
Like,
So is that one. I point to Akito.
like on a scale of 1 to 1,000 without magic items, how good would you say you are?
Me?
She's asking the party.
It's like I started picking up. 11 gave me this egg, which turned into the dragon, and now I'm a half dragon thingy.
I'll do a rage swipe without using artifact affinity.
And
I
Well-
mean, I guess pretty mediocre, come to think of it.
he gave me basically this monk class abilities.
So you're
Ish.
saying magical items will be useless around this person?
It's not the same as like an anti-magic field. It's more like anything that is derived from the weave just simply doesn't work on him.
God.
I'm a clone. Can I get near him?
Well, you're derived from the source that the firstborn forged, so I would imagine so.
Does divine magic require the weave, or
It does. And it does seem like you can affect him somewhat. It just, if it does damage, it's not going to. she actually was sheepish for a second. As she muttered something under her breath.
What was that?
I think Horde understood her, though.
Yes, unfortunately, with your passive perception, you heard her. He has spell immunity.
Oh, great.
Well, I didn't want
I
him.
can cast haste on someone, or
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you. It's not that the spells don't work. It's just they don't work on him. So like, throwing a firebolt at him is like nothing. It just won't work. But you can use your spells on yourselves. You can cast magic. Like, he's not immune to divination magic.
So, like, if I were to attack him with my hands infused with the magic items, it would just be my hands?
Yep. I didn't want him to
Doesn't matter
die. What
the
can I
level?
say? Yeah, well, I think there is a level he can take.
Who?
I just. She looks at Marcus. I really was not hoping to do this. But
Do what? Are you about to turn me into a different type of dragon? Because Levin last time said he was going to help, and now I'm a half dragon.
she looks at you. You're not a half dragon.
What do you mean I'm not a half dragon? He told me I was. I'm so confused.
That's just so that you could understand what happened to you.
What?
You are a half divine dragon.
What?
Much
What?
significantly different. The the mystic emerald bloodline is not a dragon's bloodline. It is a divine dragon's bloodline. Congratulations, you are now related to the honored one. Is what she says.
I want to look back at the party and be like, I told you guys I was Marcus.
Generates an image in her hand and then throws it up to the sky, and it depicts for the rest of the group who were actually there during Nilla's amazing beheading. They'll also remember a giant platinum dragon being summoned. This one is similar, except it's emerald colored.
You mean when I summoned Tiamat?
You summoned Bahamut, but no.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
this is their other sibling.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So if Bahamut is the god of metallic dragons and Tiamat is the god of chromatic dragons, she is the god of gem dragons.
All right.
So that's why her bloodline is specifically called.
See, Gem is a dragon.
Oh
Is it Sardior?
no, Sardior is not technically a thing in this setting.
Okay. All right.
The Aikido that is with you is no longer with you.
Wait,
I don't even remember what that counter was up to, but it's 104 plus whatever extra dice that are supposed to be rolled.
Now
Oh,
105.
the pun? The pun counter.
That one I couldn't let slide. While it is entirely
105.
while it was entirely accurate,
Wait, me?
that's 204 divine damage there. That was actually a low roll considering.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can
So-
easily tank that.
Do you have anything that could help me help them, since he is immune to all spells except for divine?
No, you mean to all spells, even divine.
No, I think divine's the only thing he's not immune against.
No, divination, she said.
Divination, thank you. That's what I meant. Thank you.
So, do you have something that belonged to him to try and scry, or?
no, he didn't have many possessions to begin with. He's very paranoid. She looks
Sounds
at
like me.
She looks at Marcus and she looks at Vort. Looks at Marcus, looks at Vort. You seem like the more responsible one looking at Vort.
You're
Nilla
right.
yawns.
You're right. That hurts, but you're right.
Does like the cat stretch?
Noah's internet just died? Oh,
No,
there we go.
Vanilla did a cat stretch and split.
Yep.
Discord don't like me.
I thought it was your cat scratch. Cat scratch out.
Apparently I cat scratched out of this dimension for a second. Explain for a second. That's interesting.
So, trying to decide which one it is going to be.
Hey, I'm responsible.
Let's be fair, neither of us are responsible.
Well, one of you lacks the proficiency to do what's about to happen.
Oh.
And one of you
Marcus?
can't cast magic at all, looking at Aikido.
Marcus, I
He was
want
not
you
here.
to know.
Oh, that's right, you're dead.
Marcus, I want you to know if I scratch you, there's a chance your head comes off. Use your next words very, very.
Why don't you go asking about that not dragon goblin once he's back? Tell me how that turns out.
To
Oh,
be fair,
there's.
he was dead when I said that.
Well, that's probably why you're still here.
So if he's dead, he doesn't know,
Hmm.
right?
I don't know.
Right. I looked. I
You hope?
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Fuck, I
11,
forgot
12,
Nilla can cast
13,
spells. I'm just not proficient in it.
17.
I thought you were.
10, 11,
I can
12, 13,
technically cast
14,
spells.
15, 16, 17.
It's not good.
All right, Vort, odd or even?
Even.
Three it is. Okay, so I really need to learn that macro. Graham, off the top of your head, do you remember how to do re-roll any duplicates? I know there's a way to do it, I just can't think of it.
Nope, I will look that up.
Okay, well, I won't need it right now, but we should definitely put that in our notes. Oh, well, look at that. Don't need it anyway. She's gonna give Fort a very serious look and say, "Do not abuse these. And you get to keep them if you don't." As she opens her hand and three brilliantly colored flames appear. But they're not fire. And she just kind of whirls her hand and pushes them out as they all three shoot into Vort. Vort is the first divine caster who can do this.
We are the first to do a lot of things.
Four. Oh, I didn't actually check that. Well, yeah, that one works. And that one works. Since you cannot learn that one, which one would be better in this instance? Well, you can't learn that one either. I guess we're going with that one. Oh, Lord. Vort, you will feel strange, because this would feel similar to how you gain your spells as a cleric in the first place. You know, you just know them innately and just kind of pray or meditate or whatever your method is at the beginning of the day to change out what spells you have. You feel three new ones burn in your mind, and you do not have to prepare them. They are just always prepared.
Okay.
They are listed under ninth. They are not ninth. So I need to figure out a problem I've still been figuring out. So when you expend these particular spells, make sure to deduct an additional 4 on top of the ninth level cast.
Okay.
You are the first divine caster in the history of 3 campaigns to know epic level magic.
Okay.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be the first barbarian to learn epic level magic in all 3 campaigns.
I think you'd be the first barbarian in the history of ever.
It can't be that hard.
So those, I theorize, should have an effect on him. Because as strong as he is not. He didn't learn from me long enough to know how to be immune to those spells. I also think he might be drawing his power from somewhere else. So that may be another attack point that you could exploit against him if you can figure out how he's getting this power in the first place.
Okay.
Good luck. And if I don't see you again, it has been amusing to know you.
So the only thing he's not immune to is divination spells.
And epic.
Mainly spells that don't harm him in some way. And when I say that, I mean that in the broadest sense of harm, not just the spells that do damage, but polymorphing him, for example, would not work.
Okay.
Gotcha. But like fireball isn't going to work against him either.
No, because as long as it does damage, it doesn't hurt him.
As long as it's affecting him.
Yeah.
Transmutation, evocation,
Okay.
necromancy. I mean, divination and abjuration, I guess, but like abjuration, why would you protect him?
Jet, the spell premonition, is that concentration?
No.
And the elemental one?
No.
Wow, okay.
Epic level spells don't require
Welcome to Epic.
concentration.
I guess I'll open a black door back to the
Material plane?
material plane.
Before you guys go, you'll hear that. Make sure to get Aikido to send over those experimental potions. I don't know how long they'll be able to support this otherwise.
Okay, I'll tell him to send them here.
Before we leave the goddess of magic, is there a way to ask to see if there's a way to contact her easier in the future?
Oh, yeah. Just pray.
It worked for me. I did have to tank 58 damage, but it worked. Once we get back to the, I guess in the middle of the guild hall in the Black City, I will message Aikido. One of your clones got zapped from the sky. I'll also fill him in on everything that happened. And you need to send over those experimental potions to the Thea in the library plane. Just ask him. Okie dokie.
Roger. Do you need backup?
Honestly, right now, we don't know. You can send over a clone if you've got stuff to do, or you can come join us.
I will see if first I will assist their plane, and if I'm not needed there, then clones will join, and then I will join later.
Okay. So we could go back to the forest and try to see if there's like a remnant or like a thread of chaos left there. If the forest is still there. Says the person who's not good at Arcana.
Jin walks up after finishing up in the Adventurers Guild. Oh, you're back. Good news, I hope.
We have to fight a guy that has the gods concerned.
Well, that's nothing new.
I will fill him in. We will all fill him in our own ways.
Sorry, 1 second, making a
I'm
DM's
assuming
note.
the quest board is still down, right?
What is in-game date? It's like Myth the 25th, right?
Myth 24th.
Myth the 24th.
101-2A.
First year of the second age. Jim and Levin are out for X days. Yay. Wow, that really sucks because that means both Smith gods are gone. Sorry, just observation. What were you asking, Nilla?
So the quest board's still down, right?
Yep. By this point, you would see a bunch of like gnomes and dwarves and various other people who look to be dressed in craftsman attire are all like looking at the board. You can see that they've got like various pieces of the board out and appear to be examining it, trying to figure out how this thing works.
Did they ever tell us what was wrong with the board?
No, but he does know. Or at least from the indicators he gave you, he seems to know.
I'm gonna try to contact him without putting too much strain on him. In the contact the one that knows what's wrong with the board and be like, hey, can you real quick tell me what's wrong with the board?
Oh, there is a disruption at one of the how do I put this in words that you'll understand? Is how he puts it.
Listen, I'll write it down and I'll explain it to whoever knows. So
there is a disruption at one of the junction points somewhere within. Someone roll me a d8. Somewhere within the Black Sea.
okay. I'll go up to the group of annoying fuckers at the 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 guild, the quest board, and be like, "Hey, who's actually in charge here?"
They all look at you. None of us are really in charge. We're just trying our best.
Well, I'm couldn't be fucked right now. So you go tell somebody somewhere in the Black Sea. The 1 second. Junction point to the quest board, something or other. The junction point's fucked up. Okay, there's a disruption somewhere in the Black Sea. Go to somebody who knows.
They all look at each other.
Please.
They all look at each other. What does that mean?
I'm just as lost as you. Go tell your bosses, whoever hired, whatever. I walk away. I'll also tell the guild receptionist what is wrong and be like, write it down or something. I don't know.
Do you guys think that was chaos?
Most
Probably.
definitely. Like, most probably. Oh, fuck, we should go figure it out. I don't want to go to the ocean. I don't like the ocean. What are the fucking odds? So, what should we do now?
Try to find this junction in the Black Sea, if he really is behind it.
Okay. Is the guild card still up?
It displays your ID, your rank, and some icons that you don't really know what they mean. You assume they give you some sort of permission, but that's it.
Yeah, but I meant for like searching stuff.
When you go to do that, it just kind of gives you an sound as it glows red for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I figured as much. Should we go to the coast, like a city on the coast, or
Oh, we can start there, yeah. Is the car available?
Jin turns to Aikido.
Oh, is Kido here yet?
Oh yeah, there's 3 Akitos.
yep,
Uh,
in case one gets smoked?
I mean, we 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 were fired from being able to use the keys.
Did anyone ever find the keys?
Yeah, we gave him back.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah.
How do you feel? How do you feel about taking us to one of the to like a coastline city?
I mean, I guess I could do that.
Gracias.
Okay, I guess everybody grab hands.
Right?
I feel like we only need one Aikido.
2-step back.
That was easy.
I mean, I might be able to take them. Uh, hang on.
No worries. We can get there later.
I can take 9 people currently.
We can only take one Aikido.
That's fine.
How much experience did I give you guys last session? I realized I didn't put it on.
100K.
108.
5.
There was like 105 point. Shit.
Hold on, I have it written down.
108, 900.
Yeah, 108, 900.
Okay, I just forgot to put it on Gen sheet, and it's going to be relevant. Oh, right, relevancy. Before you guys teleport, the goddess magic walks through, I guess, a mist gate. That's kind of her style. So, 1 minute you guys are about ready to teleport. Next, this thick, sort of bluish green and kind of prismatic hued mist appears, and she walks through. Looks at you all and goes, "Don't make me regret this," and then walks away.
I think she was looking at Marcus.
I'm going to do that check, like, to make sure you didn't get stabbed anywhere.
Well, without the guild card, this is hard to convey, but you guys feel like you can be more powerful than you are.
So plus 10.
Something like that, yeah.
We get to use this EXP now.
In due time. Due time.
Oh.
Perhaps on your next shortish rest, you might feel certain walls crumble. Although, also, by the way, Aikido, it doesn't apply to you. You should know why.
I didn't get anything when she was giving out bonuses, and then I didn't get anything out the second time.
Well, to be
Hey,
fair, what
I
you
didn't
got,
get divvied out a bonus at the beginning.
what you got was far more useful. Actually, no, she would give you something. Hang on. Let's see how generous she's feeling towards Aikido, being that you're technically her brother's underling.
Also, her brother's underling.
Yeah, but
Particularly
you
a plus 10 to epic levels.
oh no, you're gonna get it. But Aikido has something else that you don't. It's just a matter of whether she'd actually give him something for it. True chaos, let it rain!
That's a lot of different dice there. Was that one of every dice?
Yeah. I was playing a game.
I see.
Alright, Akito. It's down to two choices. You know what I'm going to say.
That's an odd question.
It was odd.
Nice.
Um.
Here's a list of all the stuff you can do now.
uh.
Makes me laugh because when you were playing the Arc Fiend, you're like, this is everything you can do when it gets real bad, but you shouldn't do on any normal circumstance.
Yep.
Yeah, especially with your extra help that you're doing in the background. Okay, normally I can't do this. But since my brother is technically indisposed, I will do it on his behalf.
Boon of Thea acquired.
No, she actually could not do that. Only the god can grant it. So if she did that, it would actually have to be a boon of the goddess of magic. Or in this case, to make it less of a mouthful, be the boon of Lucia. Alright. Did I write that? Hang on, I need to go see if I wrote a list down first. This might be relevant. Where is Akito's sheet? Under here, under here. By the way, Grim, do you know what happened to Draven's sheet? It is no longer under your stuff. I didn't find it in past players.
So, when we did one of the things, we can now create folders. So I didn't add in the other folders thing. So I think one of the folders knocked out because it was a bunch of Akito clones, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't know. That's all I thought I lost. I didn't realize we lost Gem and Draven.
Yeah, that's okay. I have a backup of the world before we upgraded, so they should still be in there. I'm just like, I was looking for
Draven
Draven.
with a folder of 30 Akito clones.
That's not even close to as bad as his folder of Carcoon clones. I'm kind of glad that I had to move off of that module because it was slowing everything down.
What about the upcoming Robert clone?
Still not nearly as bad.
Really?
Carcoon became his own race. There are so many Carcoons. By the way, she'd also tell you, you guys are also cured of your ailment that you've all been under for a long time now.
What ailment?
Woohoo!
Oh, you suffered a damnation.
Since when?
Do you remember
Wait.
when I told you I kept sticking myself, and you're like, "Don't stick yourself."
She looks at you. Wait, nobody told you? Like, you rolled around with my brother and he didn't bother to say anything?
No.
Yeah, you were damned by Super Ugo. Actually, sorry, his name would be Tragedy now. It was his way of thanking you instead of just outright hunting you down and killing you.
What was the damnation?
No hope.
You know when you guys were hurting each other when you were healing?
that was still going on.
Damnations don't go away. Unless someone who has the power to remove them interferes and makes them go away. Yet another reason.
Random roll at the beginning of the day.
We've been getting really lucky.
Yes, you have. Very. You have
So
dodged.
lucky, in fact.
You've dodged
I
bullets.
didn't realize it was happening.
Okay,
And
so
that's what made it even better, because it wasn't like a constant thing. So you guys like, it was Vale that did it.
I even said when it was happening that it was Super Yugo.
okay, so I didn't write it down here, so hopefully it's somewhere in our messages, Grim.
Because I was like, I cast Wish to heal everybody. And you're like, you nuke the party. I was like, yep.
My feet's.
You know, at least he didn't outright kill us.
Who? Yugo?
Yeah.
Super Yugo? Tragedy. Didn't you say Wednesday's party was trying to deal with him? They still haven't dealt with him, right?
And they're also 2 years ahead of you.
Okay.
2 years in the future.
Okay. I'm gonna message you something, Grim. I know we talked about it, so you just search our chats. I don't want to hold up the game any longer trying to find this.
Gotcha.
There. I know it's there somewhere, but we've had so many goddamn conversations that Discord chokes on itself every time I search our history. Otherwise, I'll have to come up with a new number. Anyway, so yes, she clears you of your damnation. So none of you are under the effects of no hope anymore. She does something that alters you and gives you a little bit more power. And then she walks back through her mistgate. All to the tune of about 60 seconds.
Everybody else in the guild hall. What the fuck?
Oh no, they all pretty much ran away except for the artificers who are trying to fix it. And they're like, they noticed her, but they're so engrossed in this technology that they don't care. They should, but they don't.
And then we teleport.
And I was taking you to a coastal city, is what you asked. Someone roll a d8.
Yeah, I wasn't descriptive. Who wants to roll the d8?
I did the last one.
Uno. Draw 4.
You guys teleport and find yourselves really cold all of a sudden.
Resistance to cold?
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. It's just it still feels cold even if you're resistant. It's not like it's hurting you. It's just you're cold.
Okay. Where are we?
Place that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I know. I need to change that name. It's also quite a bit bigger. It's just I didn't expect anybody to have to come here, so Also, to your point, that might be pointless. But you find yourselves in the middle of a. Actually, no. You asked for a coastal city. He would teleport you to a coast on the coast. So you guys find yourselves here on a dock to a frozen water.
You know, I didn't think about it. We have no idea where the
Does it look
junction.
black?
So what?
Does it
Does
look
this
black?
look black?
No, but it looks incredibly blue for ice.
I think this might be the Blue Sea, not the Black Sea. Weren't we supposed to go to the Black Sea?
We were supposed to go to the Black Sea. Oh my god, I forgot about that fact.
Is this not the Black Sea?
Oh no, it's not.
Black Sea. This is the Blue Sea.
No, it's neither. It's the frozen ocean.
Frozen Ocean. It's Blue Sea.
Way to the north.
Yes.
Straight to the north. Hey Jin, we were supposed to go to the Black Sea. I kind of forgot to tell you that before.
Are you joking?
No. The Black Sea, not city. Jin is done with life. Getting your credit.
I don't know how many times I can do this. Jin pulls out his guild card, starts typing, then realizes nothing's happening. Fuck! Hey.
Who you need to get a hold of?
Misty. As he puts 2 fingers to his forehead. Misty, I'm calling to you from the great beyond.
Honk.
And then he switches to honks. So you guys can't understand the conversation unless you speak Clownese.
I really need to learn that language.
Honkity honk 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 honk.
You know, Nilla is just an inconvenience to Jin's life on a daily basis. Listen, this is why you should read books. Don't be a barbarian.
Honk, 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 honk. Honk, honk. Alright, you're lucky.
Hey, I know what that honk means. That means goodbye, I think. You're saying.
I can use it infinitely.
So it's not that big of an inconvenience.
No, but I've never have used it more than twice, so that's why I didn't know.
And this is the 3rd time we're using it today.
Yeah.
Going on the 4th.
Yeah. Black Sea, huh? And you're sure just the Black Sea somewhere on the coast?
I'm
You
gonna
don't know
check
the
with
exact
Thea.
location.
Hey, do you know where the joint junction Jigamabobber is? In the
No,
Black Sea?
I do not.
Can you spitball one of the cities on the coast of the Black Sea?
The only one that comes to mind right now is Mitros.
Thea doesn't know where on the Black Sea. So he says the only one that comes to mind is Mitrost. Mithrast. Mitrost. Mitrost.
Alright, so you want me to aim for Mitros? Sure you don't want me to go for Atlantis?
There's an Atlantis?
Yes, Aikido.
I like the second one, but I don't think that's where we're supposed to go.
Where do you think Jim would put, or not Jim? Where do you think one of these things would be?
Somewhere well guarded.
So Atlantis?
I was kidding. Atlantis doesn't exist. There is no Mer People City. Passive insight there. Vort, you know he's lying. Which is a rare moment because most of the time you can't tell. As he gets ready to travel everybody. And he fast travels. And as he fast travels, he sneezes.
That's not good.
You go from extreme cold to extreme heat. It is incredibly hot and humid here.
This isn't Mithras. Is it?
Jin looks around. I don't know. I've never been to either. So I don't need to know my destination to fast travel.
Aikido, you're good with maps. Marcus Fort?
Do we see a coast?
Oh yeah, no, you are on like a parched, sandy coastline. And you
Is
see
sea black?
no.
Ah.
It is dark. Like a very dark
Close
blue.
Close enough. Sorry, you're saying.
I was just saying it looks like it does look like you are on the coast on some docks, very parched ground, and very uh Middle Eastern style architecture. Hold on, I'll find out where we are. Pulls out his guild card. Ow. Damn it!
That doesn't work.
Falls to his knees. I cannot work in these conditions.
I worked in these conditions, worse than these conditions for.
You guys see an
years.
actual light bulb appear above his head. Looks at Aikido. I'll be right back. As you see the balloons, confetti, and glitter, poof, as he disappears.
So, what now?
We look for chaos.
I saw that flying carpet. We can travel over the water.
That's true.
Jin pops back in. You know, I never said I was a smart man. I know I'm a wizard, but that doesn't make me smart. I also know that I'm a lawyer, but that also doesn't make me smart.
I think both of those things you have to be inherently smart to do. Says the 10 intelligence barbarian.
I can get you to where you want to go.
Well, we don't actually need to go to that specific city. We just need to be at the Black Sea.
Oh, well. You're here then. This is the Black Sea.
Can you take us to the joint junction thing?
Do any of you have the wherewithal and know how to fix it?
I think we were told something was disrupting it. So
Yeah,
I had assumed that there would
something
be
was
something there.
disrupting it.
And I thought it might be chaos, and we're supposed to track chaos, and we don't really know how to.
I'm gonna get in big trouble, guys. I'll be right back. Ding ding.
I look around.
Ding ding.
My guild card?
Check the guild card.
Oh wait, I don't have a guild card.
You see the words reboot, and then like a box that clearly is like you just need to press it.
I press it.
Your card goes dark for a second, then relights up with all your stats, statistics, and everything, and your number of completed quests in the corner actually has updated to reflect your canceled quest.
I think he unplugged the router, guys.
A minute later, he shows back up.
What did you do?
Don't worry about it. Leans over to Akito. Akito, you might want to warn Akito Prime. I may have negotiated some contract terms on his behalf. And now he might owe a very powerful entity a favor.
Can you legally do that?
I can, yes.
I don't know how law works.
He looks at you and goes, what is the only thing you need in order to actually bring a lawyer clown into a scenario for you or represent you?
Their name.
Think their name?
Exactly. I can do the opposite for my clients. Don't expect that to work with every lawyer clown, though. I'm weird. I may or may not know where Lynx is. And I may or may not have gotten him to fix the system. And then I may or may not have put him back exactly where I found him.
Where was he?
On a beach. And that is all I'm going and that is all I'm going to say on the subject. As I don't know why, but I feel this impending doom. Like a giant space cannon is aimed at me right now.
I thought cannons go on the ground.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Isn't it just like a metal box that shoots a rock?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Yeah. Looks up nervously. You can see him visibly sweating. Sure. Yes. Ground. Rocks. Totally.
Well, we can go back to the Black City, I guess.
Uh,
Is there guild hall here?
is there a guild hall here?
In Mithril?
In Mitros?
I keep Mitros. I keep the name is. I'm so sleep deprived right now.
Well, the good news is you can slaughter it all you want because you're not in Mitros. Uh,
Where are we?
bad news. Uh, I can't go any farther at the moment.
Where happens to be us?
Looks at his guild card. Guild card, where are we? You are in the city of Aclary.
I can teleport us back to Black City.
Okay.
I would not suggest that, sir. I would suggest that we hop on a boat and wait till we're at least in the middle of the ocean before you teleport.
Why is that?
This is the desert of deserts.
Where are what? What does it mean?
I had to go pull it from the other map. This is the desert of impossible dreams. The bane of magic casters.
All right.
Marcus,
Magic items work.
Yes,
What?
it just restricts the use of magic down to cantrips. And anything else won't work.
Well, do I know the teleport circle for the Black Cities Adventurers Guild?
Probably.
Okay. Hey, everyone, stay in a. Just stay next to me. I would like to use. I would like to use spell like ability rank. Which one is it? Rank 8 to cast teleport. It's
That is,
spell like.
yes, that is a fair hack. Find yourselves in the Black City. That is sort of why that power exists.
Alright, we're back. I think.
I'll, I'll look for the quest board. It's still disassembled.
Yeah. And now they look even more confused.
Hey, it's
Fixed
back
it.
on. We fixed it. It's back on. Or he fixed it, but it's back on.
They look at you. What do you mean it's back on? We still have this thing taken apart. What do you mean?
Shows the guild card.
Uh,
It fully working.
uh,
The quest board
Alright.
wasn't the problem. It was
I'll
something to do with
I'll send to Nillet. Don't mention him finding links or anything like that.
it was an issue with a tower. We happened to
Someone
fix it.
intervened to help us, and it's been resolved.
Oh. Okay, I guess. Alright, guys, I guess we gotta get back to putting this back together. As they start reassembling the board. This will take them some time because they don't remember the order in which they took the parts out. But you do know that once they get it back together, it should work again.
We got those sorry, we got those newspapers earlier today. Was there anything else besides the Fey lady's assassination? Like something that might weird events like other chaos stuff?
Not really. I mean, the only other big name item that was in the listing was the Black Tower. Or, sorry, the Dark Tower specifically. Has reopened and is ready to accept challengers again. For more information, please see the staff at the arena.
That sounds fun. We should go do that.
Oh, we're supposed to be finding this chaos
Oh
person.
yeah. Oh yeah. Obligations.
Kind of paid in advance too, with all the
Yeah.
stuff.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to call it. I'm struggling to like keep my eyes open. I'm very tired.
Okay. How about everybody else? Do you guys want to keep going, or do you want to call it here for right now?
I can go either way.
Same. I'm not sure what we're gonna do right now, but
The only thing we'd have to do would be like if there's quests or anything to
Except the quests, but
to follow up with what we're supposed to be doing for like hints.
Okay. Actually, this is probably a good point to stop it then. Let me build this out a little bit more. I have threads and things that need to be put together. And if you guys happen to track this guy down by next session, I need a stat block.
well, thanks for the session. I'm going.
Yep.
Hey, thanks. Have a great one.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out to stream today. If you enjoyed our content, please feel free to drop us a follow. We would really appreciate the support. And tune in Mondays and Wednesdays for our D&D content. Want to keep up with the events and extra streams? Please check out our Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date on the schedule releases and updates for the streams, including extra streams that we may not have on schedule. And if you would like to see previous content that we've done, check us out on YouTube at Epitaph of Creation. Thank you so much for coming out today, and have a good night, everybody.